Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Acting from All Angles. Today we're going to be talking about emotional blocks and how they affect us as actors and what we can do about it. And I'd love to hear from you guys out there, how you deal with it, or if you have any questions about how to overcome emotional blocks. But first, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Julianne Lichty Stratton, and I am the creator of Actors in Action, Conservatory of Film and Theater. And this is our weekly show, Acting from All Angles. I'm really excited to be here with you today. As you can see, I have a different background. I am super excited. I'm in my studio right now in Light Tree Studios, and this is the green room. As some of you know, I have been spending the last 6 months renovating this studio and fixing it up. And this green room is kind of the heart center of the studio, and it's really a lobby, and I painted the walls. I did 5 layers of faux painting, so it's got this vibrant emerald green. It's really fun, really beautiful. So let's get back to emotional blocking. I'm a little bit emotionally blocked right now because I'm exhausted because I've been working on putting up a chandelier in this room. The chandelier is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. But it's just got all kinds of, there you go, baubles and doohickeys. I've got Rio here. Hey, Rio, how are you? I could hypnotize somebody with this. It would be really nice. Anyway, this is like one of the main pieces on this chandelier. It's so beautiful. It's going to be the centerpiece of the studio. So, anyway, so sometimes you can be emotionally blocked when you're acting because of exhaustion, because of emotional exhaustion. So that's something to think about: how to pace yourself, how to get enough rest, get enough to eat right. Don't eat a lot of junk food. Yesterday I had a whole bunch of junk food, and today I'm feeling a little hungover, not from alcohol, but from Cheetos and junk. And that can physically affect you, and it can emotionally affect you as well. So if you're going to be on set and you're doing something really challenging, a really challenging role, or you just want to be present, eating well really helps, actually, to clean up the junk. Don't eat stuff like that. I had an actress friend in school that wouldn't eat any sugar whenever she was doing a show that required a lot of, any kind of show. And at the time I was like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. But it does, because that can really affect you. But what spurred this is actually in class last night. We were working on some stuff, and I have this one actress in class who's really great. All my actors are really great. She works really hard and has just made tremendous progress in the last, 3 or 4 months. And she's got some talent. She's got a lovely look. But last night she was really frustrated because she wasn't connecting emotionally, and she felt like she'd been done that way all week, working on stuff. So I have a lot of experience with being emotionally blocked myself. As actors, of course, we know we have to access our emotions. That's part of our job. It's part of our toolkit. We have to be able to access our emotions. But what if you can't? What if there's a day and you just can't access it? Or what if you just feel kind of emotionally blocked or numb or disassociated a lot of the time? First of all, does that mean you can't be an actor? Of course not. Of course not. Does it mean you might have to work through some stuff with that? Yeah, maybe. Does it mean you have to go to therapy? I don't know, maybe. I'm not a therapist. I can't tell you what to do with that. But there are exercises that you can do to help you get more in touch with your emotions. One thing that we do in class is called emotional muscle development. It's based on Meisner's emotional preparation. And it has, you just sit with an emotion and you explore it and you allow yourself to feel it, and then we apply it to scene work and a bunch of other stuff. But that's an excellent exercise for just getting in touch with your feelings and for feeling, if you do have some blocks, excuse me, if you feel like, I just have a hard time feeling sadness or laughter or whatever it is, you can start to notice. It's like an emotional barometer of going in there and seeing what maybe you need to let go of and need to work on a little bit more. So it's a very simple exercise, but it's really, really great for that. In my experience as well, a lot of times actors have blocks emotionally, especially because of some trauma in the past, something that they were afraid of or were not treated well, or something happened. And so a lot of times we have to work through that trauma. You have to work through that. And again, you can do that with a therapist. You can do that with a professional who will help you. You can also sit and breathe through your feelings. It's a great way to just get accustomed to your feelings. There's anxiety as well. So you could be blocked with anxiety. You could just be shut down. And usually why your body is shutting you down is it's trying to protect you from something. Protect you from something that it thinks is going to threaten you. And some of this can come from when you were like 3 years old or 5 years old on the playground. You don't want to speak up because people made fun of you on the playground or whatever. And these things aren't to be poo-pooed. They're real. They're real, and we have to look at them because they will get in the way of our acting. So a great thing to do is also to take it easy, to be really gentle with yourself, and to understand that, first of all, you're not weird, because most human beings in this society today have a lot of blockage with their feelings. And it's one of the particular jobs of an actor to learn to loosen up those blocks and to loosen up and to feel what they're feeling. So don't be ashamed. Don't feel like what's wrong with me. Don't feel like you're not a good actor. It doesn't mean that at all. You can be blocked from feelings, and it has nothing to do with your talent or your drive. It's just more of an emotional issue. So it's something to look at. So my actress was really frustrated because she couldn't get in touch with these emotions. And we were just talking, and I don't like to delve into like the whys and the wherefores, but she was like, yeah, I think I know what's the matter, why I'm blocking, or what's happening with it. And, I didn't delve into it, and I was like, okay, that's great. That's great that you know. Just be gentle with yourself. Go home, think about it or not. Keep working. Keep working on the next scene. Keep pushing through this. Of course, you don't want to push your feelings, like be overly dramatic with your feelings or anything like that, but you need to keep pushing gently through these blocks, very gently. Okay? So again, there's a couple of ways, as I just said, a couple of exercises you can do to do that. I'm going to reiterate those again, but I see I have a couple of people on here. I'm wondering if anybody has any questions about this in particular, or any other question about acting. So if anybody does have any questions, please let me know. You can just put it in the comments. I'll just keep talking about it too, so if you want to do that. But again, let me just emphasize, this is very common for actors. Actors, it's common for people. We want to feel safe. We want to be safe. And for actors, we're like the shaman. We get up there and we experience the emotions so that other people in the audience can live vicariously through us, so they can feel their emotions in a safe way. That's what we're doing. That's part of our job, and it can be really scary. But ultimately, remember that you are a human being, and you were created to feel. It's just part of your makeup. It's part of our makeup. And a lot of us learn that our feelings are very scary. And so we have to learn to let go of that. So again, I'm just going to wrap up with a couple of exercises. So the first exercise is emotional muscle development. So what you would do for that is you would just pick an emotion. You can randomly pick one. First thing that pops into your head, or you can look at an emotion chart. Just pick something, so say it's like outraged. And then you just lay down and get relaxed, and start breathing and just relax your body. Imagine that just wind or rain or wind is just blowing through you, relaxing you. And then you would just let yourself go on a journey with that feeling. What would make me feel outraged? Outraged, outraged. Where do I feel it in my body? You can even imagine getting on a magic carpet and going on a ride with that emotion taking you somewhere. You don't want to force it. You don't want to push it. You want to allow it. And then at the end, when you come out of it, you can maybe jot down in a journal a couple of things that came up. We call them leaves because we put them on emotion trees. So you can write down a leaf, like I was feeling outraged. Maybe I feel outraged, like if somebody were to come and, I don't know, spray paint something that I did, or knock a hole in my wall, or just something that means something to me. It would make me very, very angry. So what is that outrage for me? And then I would take that little note and I would put in my little book so that next time I'm doing a scene where I have to be really outraged and I need to like check into that. Maybe I'm playing Lady M in the Scottish play, and I'm like, so mad at Duncan. I would just go through that and like, oh yeah, that thing. Like, I would be outraged if somebody came in and ruined my chandelier. I'd be so livid. So that could be something for me. So the other exercise is more a meditation, more of a breathing exercise. And this is really, really great for getting through those blocks. So what you would do is you would get in a quiet place. You can sit down or you can lay down, close your eyes, feel where that block is, that emotional block. Maybe if it's with a scene, you just know, maybe it's like you feel uncomfortable talking to people at parties or just something like that. Whatever it is, just sit with that and then breathe through that feeling. Breathe through it. It's called, I forget what they call it. It's called shifting. So you're just going to breathe through it. Pretend like you are a screen door and your breath is the wind going through, back and forth. And you breathe through it. Do that for about 45 minutes if you can. Just relax and breathe through that feeling. And by the end, it should dissipate quite a bit. Sometimes it goes away forever. Sometimes you have to do a couple of different sessions with that. But it's going to help you to be able to feel those feelings. Remember, the reason that we don't feel our feelings as an actor is because we're scared. We're scared of societal things, but also remember that our job as an actor is to feel deeply, to take people where they're scared to go. So we got to be brave to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for coming to Light Tree Studios and seeing my new place. I'm so excited about it. There's going to be a lot of videos coming up about the work I've been doing on it, and it's really exciting. Okay, we'll catch you next time on Facebook Live for Acting from All Angles. Have a great day.